Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jovi Borja, and I am going to report the waiver of the parole evidence rule. There are two primary ways a party waives the parole evidence rule during a legal proceeding. First is failure to object or waiver by silence. Under the rules of trial procedure, when an opposing party offers evidence that is technically inadmissible, the other party must object immediately. So, unsa man ang effect ani if failure to object? Silence or failure to object means the evidence is admitted and the party loses the protection of the parole evidence rule. So, ang parole evidence rule, meaning ano niya, when a party have put their agreement into a final written contract. You generally cannot use outside evidence like prior or verbal agreements. For example, istoryahan ni mo dito ang judge o statement na wala sa kontrata to change or to what the written contract says. So, dili na siya pwede. Second is opening the door or waiver by action. A party cannot demand that the court look only at the written contract if the same party is trying to use outside evidence to their own advantage. So, if you use information outside the written contract you cannot stop the other side from doing the same because you yourself is using outside information to change or contradict sa unsa ang naa sa written contract. Next is probative value. Probative value is a legal term used to describe the value or weight of the evidence that is presented in trial or legal proceedings. Evidence that have probative value is considered relevant and trustworthy in proving or disproving a disputed fact or issue. Probative value determines whether the evidence is relevant to the case, whether it is admissible or inadmissible nga i-presenta sa korte. Di-state gani nga ang probative value describes the weight of the evidence kung unsa kanibong aton ang evidence na i-present or i-present sa trial court or sa legal proceeding. Next is distinctions between the original document rule and the parole evidence rule. First is original document rule of Rule 130, Section 3. This rule requires that when the subject of inquiry is the content of a document, no evidence is admissible other than the original document itself. It is designed to prevent fraud or inaccuracies that might occur in copies or oral descriptions of a writing. Original document is also called the best evidence rule. When you want to prove a content of a document in court, you must present the original document. Dili lang siya photocopy. This rule is part of the best evidence rule. For example, if you are trying to prove what is written in a contract, you should show the original contract. Dili lang siya photocopy or pictures unless there is a valid reason why the original cannot be presented. So, unsa may mga valid reason ana? Nana siya mga exemptions if the original is lost or destroyed or the original is not available original document rule or the best evidence rule exists to make sure that the evidence is accurate and not altered, and also to prevent fraud or tampering, and to give the court the most reliable proof. Next is the parole evidence rule of Rule 130, Section 10. This rule provides that when an agreement has been reduced to writing, it is considered as containing all the terms agreed upon. Therefore, no evidence outside of the written agreement, oral or written, can be used to change, contradict, or add to its term. If an agreement is already written and signed, that written document is considered the complete and final agreement. So, dili na siya pwede maggamit og lain nga evidence. For example, verbal or promises or other documents to change what is written and add new terms or contradict the agreement. This rule exists to protect written agreements, to avoid confusion and false claims, to make contracts clear and reliable. In short, if it's already written in a contract, that's the final agreement. No outside changes allowed. Dili na siya pwede mailisan. Next is authentication and proof of documents. Under Rule 132, proof of private documents. Before any private documents offered as authentic is received in evidence, its due execution and authenticity must be proved by any of the following means. A. By anyone who saw the document executed or written. B. By evidence of genuineness and the signature of handwriting of the maker. Or C. By other evidence showing its due execution and authenticity. Rules of Court. Rule 132. Authentication is the process of proving that a piece of evidence is exactly what it claims to be. It is the foundation that must be laid before a private document and be admitted into evidence as considered by a judge. So, private document is any document na dili notarized or dili gikan sa public. Example ani ay mga letters, contract, or receipts o handwritten agreements sa both parties, both private and individual parties. Under Section 20 daw, before a private document can be admitted as evidence in court, inahanglan nga mag-prove ang iyahang due execution and authenticity. Nga importante man nga ma-prove ang iyahang authenticity. Because the court needs to be sure nga ang document ay tinuod o dili fake. In short, mao na siya ang foundation before dawatan sa judge ang isa ka document. Now, there are 3 ways to authenticate a private document. First is under sa paragraph A. Pwede na siya mag-prove binahagi sa someone who actually saw the document being executed or written. For example, kung na-witness na nakakita mismo sa pag-irma sa kontrata, pwede siya mag-testify sa court na tinuod na siya nga private document. Second is under paragraph B. Pwede po binahagi sa evidence na genuine ang signature or handwriting sa naghimo sa document. Pananglitan, dahil sa katao familiar sa handwritten sa person or even an expert, pwede siya mahimong mo confirm nga tinuod ang pirma sa private document. Third is Naka-state dali sa under paragraph C, pwede pinaagi sa other evidence na makapakita sa due execution and authenticity. So, ang kanya siya na paragraph is flexible. Pwede siya gamiton ang surrounding circumstances, supporting documents, or even admission sa parties ang makikita nga valid ang document. So, next is concept of a document. Document is evidence consists of writings, recordings, photographs, or any material containing letters, words, sounds, numbers, figures, symbols, or their equivalent or other modes of written expressions offered as proof of their contents. Photographs includes still pictures, drawings, stored images, X-ray films, motion pictures, or videos. So this is very understandable naman kay nag-discuss naman tayo sa ito question document sa second year. So let's proceed to the public and private document and proof of a private document. Under this law, there are 4 kinds of public documents. First is under paragraph A, which is the written official acts or records of a sovereign authority, official bodies and tribunals, and public officers, whether of the Philippines or of a foreign country. Meaning ani is mauni siya ang mga official records or official documents na diyon sa government. For example, mga official issued records na diyon sa government is birth certificate or PSA, marriage certificate, death certificate, police reports, or ano yung mga notarized documents, which is ano yung mga notarized affidavits, notarized of contract of sale, deed of donation, or lease of contract na mga di pang notarized. Next is under paragraph B, documents acknowledged before a notary public accepts last will and testaments. Meaning, kung ang document ay dinotarized, di ba mahimo mo na siya nga public document. For example, sa aning mga affidavits or notarized contracts. Except ang mga last will testaments. Bisan maog anong last will testaments is di notarized, hindi siya makonsider na public documents ay private people ang nag-create ani nga documents. Di notarized lang na siya for the mahimo siya na admissible if i-present sa court. Third is under paragraph C, documents that are considered public documents under treaties and organizations which are in force between the Philippines and the country of source. So, kung ni-recognize siya, pinaagi sa mga international agreement, considered niya po siya as public documents. Again, kung ni-recognize siya, pinaagi sa mga international agreements, like sa ato ang public officials and other countries, ilang i-approve ang document is considered niya po siya as a public document. Fourth is under paragraph D, which is public records if in the Philippines of private documents required by law to be entered therein. Pananglitan, land titles, or documents na i-register sa government. So, ang siya, mga public records, private documents required by law to be recorded din na siya, no? Hindi naman siya pwede nga if nakay mga titulo nga wala na siya ni notarized, hindi siya inadmissible siya if na imo siyang i-present sa court. The next slide will be reported by the next reporter.